This time of day, everything's okay. I take a long look around, I have to say.
Hello, welcome to your friends and neighbors. I have to admit it has been quite a while since we've done a show here. Sorry to say that. I'm not going to go into a story. It's a long story. But if you happen to run into me, I'll be glad to tell you about the last couple years of my life. I don't know. We're going to talk about this later. This may be the last Your Friends and Neighbors. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. We're going to talk about that a little bit towards the end of this hour. To my right is Ryan Scutt. Ryan has been, oh, nice big smile he put on there, very nice. Ryan has been with me right from the beginning doing the show. He's been my guide, my whatever you want to call him, my Sherpa, whatever. He has taken care of me for 5 years, and I want to thank him very much, and I will get to that more towards the end too. How long have we been doing this?
I actually just checked this the other day. We started in December of 2013, so 5.5 years ago.
5.5 years, and you figured we had done how many shows?
Over at least 51, I believe.
Okay.
So 51 finished hours, 1 hour shows.
Right. So that's a lot. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, no, I feel very good about it too. And the first thing I need to do besides thanking you is Nathan Knowles and Dina Smith. They wrote a song called Our Time, and they very nicely allowed us to use that as the theme song for Your Friends and Neighbors. I actually got to name the song too, myself and my wife Grace Mary. We were at All Days and Onions one night, and Nathan said, put $20 in our tip jar and you can name our new song.
Oh, nice. I never knew that.
I was the only one that put a $20 bill in there, so we got to name the song, and we named it Our Time, and they very gradually let us use it. So
that's cool.
Thank you so much to Nathan, who is in Florida. I'm not sure where Dina is right now. What I'm going to do today is reminisce about shows, not in any certain order. Mm-hmm. One of the earliest shows we did was with Ann Bugby. Yeah. And Ann was she's a very interesting lady. She talked about coming to this country. I know she came to Ellis Island, and she mentioned about breaking, I don't know if she broke both of her arms or wrists or something. Yeah. She was talking about that. And she talked about the monument. She also went around to the schools, and she performed as different American women. Even though she's a Caucasian, she did a Harriet Tubman. I don't know. She went around the schools and did quite a few different characters, and the teachers really admired her for doing that.
That's great.
She also talked about the monument, a lot about the monument, which brings Mary Lou Chakotay into it. Mary Lou worked up at the monument and the gift shop for years and years. I don't know if she's still helping out there or not.
She runs it, yeah.
She is still running it?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, full-time now.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure because I haven't been around there in a while. People keep asking me, when are you going to read the 4th of July, read the Declaration of Independence? And I say, I haven't done that for about, I think, 4 or 5 years now. So, no. And Mike Chapman has been doing it, and he's been doing a very good job. So, but Mary Lou...
Is he doing it this year?
As far as I know.
Because I saw an event on Facebook, so that's actually really cool.
Yeah, as far as I know, he'll be doing it tomorrow. That's right. Today is July 3rd, and we're taping this. And it's hot as blue billies outside. Very hot. Yeah, finally. Finally, my butt. And Mary Lou, of course, the thing that always got to me about Mary Lou was I thought she could be part of the Walinda, the flying Walindas, that did the tightrope stuff. Because she would climb up and clear and take care of the light bulbs. Yeah. At the top of the monument. I don't
306 feet in the air.
I don't know if she still does that or not.
No, she doesn't.
I hope not.
She has some. I forgot who, but someone does it.
I would hope not. Another person that I loved having here as a guest was Kim Wasik.
Yeah, a couple times at least.
Yeah. Oh yeah. More than that. I tried to get her back, come back, and she said, "Oh, I've been on enough times." She came on and she talked about her art and being a window dresser for some of the stores in town. Some of the wonderful things she did for the festival, different moves and different things like that she did. But she also talked about this wonderful series of books that she wrote for children, Basil and Prune.
Yep.
And they're just, if you don't know the Basil and Prune books, folks, they're just delightful. I know the Bennington Bookshop did have them, and I'm assuming they still do.
They do.
And
Hawkins' house, I think.
Oh, they're there too?
I believe they're at Hawkins' house.
Oh, that wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, no, because she does their windows and stuff. That wouldn't surprise me. I don't know. I think she still has the little clothing shop next to, right there in the Hawkins building. I think she's still running that.
It was there as of a couple months ago.
Yeah. So I think she's still doing that. Yeah, I've heard some people say they've gone in there and gotten some really good bargains. So, yeah, she was always fun. We laughed a lot. I said, "Oh, come on, just one more time." She said, No, you've had enough of me. I said, "I really haven't."
Maybe if she comes out with a new book, she'll have to, right?
Yeah, I know it. If I'm still here doing this. Yeah, so I loved having her around here. And we're talking about books. When I started doing this, the Bennington Bookshop was owned by Rick Havlack and Ellen Havlack. Now, Phil and Linda are running it, and Ellen would come in every once in a while, bring her crate of books, and we would talk books. And Rick came in, well, he came in at least once, maybe twice. And with Phil and Linda, only Phil comes in. Linda said, "Oh, no, that's Phil's job." And you know, I think it was the last time I spoke to Phil here, he mentioned a book to me called On Night's Shore, which is about the adventures of Edgar Allan Poe.
Wasn't that his current favorite? I believe?
Yeah, he liked it a lot. And so I've had it on I have a stack of books on the right of me at the house. And the other night, or a couple weeks ago, I thought, "Oh, I'm going to read On Night's Shore." It's so much fun. Folks, if you like, it's fiction. It's as if Edgar Allan Poe, in the first book, On Night's Shore, he takes on this little ragamuffin 7 years old, or 10 years old, and this kid ends up helping him solve a murder. 2 murders, actually. And I believe that leads to the story The Raven. It was so much fun that I immediately went and ordered the second book in the series. As far as I know, there's only 2, and this one ends up with the story of the Telltale Heart. So it's really interesting if you're interested in Edgar Allan Poe, but it's fiction. Actually, it's fiction within fiction. You know, that sounds weird, but that's what it is.
Like a lot of good movies.
Yeah. Speaking of movies, I don't know when this is going to get on, but the movie Yesterday, which is playing at the Bennington Cinema right now, it might be there a little longer.
I bet it would last for a while,
Yeah, it's got all the Beatles music. I had no idea when I went to it. It's like the main character is living in an alternate universe. It's wonderful.
It's the concept of the story is awesome. Even if you just hear about the concept, it's intriguing.
Oh my God, it is so good. Now, some of my favorite guests that have been, actually only one of them, I wish we'd gotten them all, Gypsy Lane Burlesque. I love this group. They have come to Bennington now. I believe they've been at the Old Castle Theater 5 times, but they were also at North Bennington before that. They put on a wonderful, wonderful show. And Ryan can tell you, because
at least 3 times, I think.
For 5 times.
Oh, yeah.
I believe or at least 4 times, I've invited everybody here at Cat TV, anybody that wanted to come as my guest and watch the show.
Yeah, we get seats right on the floor. Right
we do, right on the floor. Yep, right there. So
sometimes someone's part of the show too.
Well, that's right. They have done that too. But we did have as a guest here Nicole Rizzo. I had wanted to get everybody here, but they all live, Northampton,
Great Barrington.
I mean, they live so far away, it was hard to get them all together. But a wonderful group, and I always said it was good, clean fun, and people say it's a burlesque show, but there's something about it that's just, I don't know.
Yeah, they're telling stories. It's not about, I won't use the terms, but it's not like a strip show or something like a lot of people think.
It's not.
It's art, and they're telling stories.
It's not what's the word, prurient. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not. No. It's yes, of course they go down to the bare minimum, but not the whole thing. They don't do the full Monty. So, but they're really fun. Now another guy who's been here is Chris Bates. Now Chris Bates is now he is the representative.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with state senator. He probably thinks he is good enough to be the state senator, but state rep. And you want to hear about fishing? He'll tell you everything you want to hear about fishing. Stephanie Calabro, they own a business,
The White Rocks Design.
White Rocks Design. And however, one of the funniest shows I've been involved with was we did a show at his house.
Oh, that's right.
Making an Italian meal. Now, I had very little to do with it. I did do a little bit of making some fresh pasta, but I didn't do a very good job.
Yeah, he did.
This guy, he made the sauce, which was absolutely delicious, continued making the pasta, and there was salad, and it was such a
And we
good
had
meal.
good wine. Thank you, Willy.
Yeah, well, I was going to get to that. I made a grand entrance. I'm using a cane now since that, well, not because of that, but I do have a cane. And that night, I had a bouquet of flowers and a bottle of wine. I went to take the first step, but I missed it, and I went down. And, I never let on how bad my knee hurt that night.
Oh.
But it was all, scraped and all that stuff. But I made sure I held the wine and the flour up because I did not want any of that stuff to get
Priorities.
hurt. Right, that was my priority. And then you both helped me up, get into the kitchen, and all of a sudden I noticed, oh my God, there's blood running down my arm.
A fair amount, yeah.
So then everybody, we'll take care of that, we'll take care of that. I mean, I was such, I've never been back there since. However, you can go to his house. If you get invited, actually, you can sort of invite yourself. He makes dinner for people, and he has them online on Facebook. And oh my God, some of them look absolutely delicious.
Yeah, it's gourmet food and it's small batches. It's not made for 1,000 people or 100 people at a
if
restaurant.
he has one person or a couple people or or whatever.
Craft.
It's wonderful. It's a wonderful idea. He's very generous. And on Facebook, he thinks he's pretty funny.
Do you think he is?
I give it back to him.
Good.
I try to give it back
That's
to
the
him.
way to do it.
But he's a character. He really is a character. And, oh God, we've had a lot of music. A few of the people, my love, Ida Fiella, mezzo-soprano. I loved having her on the show. Katie Beck.
Yep.
She did the Christmas show, and she came on, and when she came on, she talked about going during the summer to Middlebury College, and I believe she was learning Russian, so she could sing in Russian. She's out west someplace with she and her husband.
Talk about dedication, learning another language for music.
Yeah, well, a lot of the operas are in Italian and German, and you never know. But she did one of the nicest things for me. I was doing the reading that year for Declaration of Independence. I asked Katie if she would come and sing as part of the program, something we hadn't done before. And she said, oh yeah, I'd be glad to. So I thought she was going to sing Imagine, John Lennon. I thought, oh God, that'll be beautiful. And next thing I know, Jay Sager, he comes with a portable piano, and they're setting up, and next thing I know, a bunch of high school students are running across the lawn. She had asked a lot of the chorus members to sing a couple patriotic songs too.
Oh, very cool.
It was so nice of her. She's a really nice young lady. Just loved her. And Steve Gillette and Cindy Mangson, I had to remind, oh God, a thing wanting to say Magnuson, but it's Mangson.
There are some people by that last name around here, so that's probably...
Yeah. But Steve has been here by himself, too. But they're a wonderful couple. They're sort of a treasure of North Bennington. They are folk. They do a lot of folk songs. They had a wonderful album of friends of theirs that they sang. Oh God, it's a really fun. The Blue Kimono, I think, is my favorite song. But they're a really, really nice couple. We also had Thomas Toscano. He came on. I think he's one of the few people that's at Cat TV right now. And he came on and we talked opera.
Oh, at WBTN?
No, we did it here. Well, yes, he's at WBTN now.
Yep.
I think he's part of that skeleton crew there. And we talked opera. And he came on basically to talk about, well, he came on once just to talk as a guest, but then he came back. They were doing two one-act plays, or two one-act operettas. Or operas at Oldcastle.
Yeah.
And he came on to talk about that. He shared, I think he shared a couple scenes that we showed. And this, Ryan, all of this time, after we do a show, he's got to go back and look at it. Fortunately for him, we can go right through the show and we don't have to do a lot of stopping and starting. But once in a while, he has to edit in maybe a film clip or somebody singing or something like that.
Yeah.
Which, I have no idea how he's doing it, but he's got all of that equipment.
I like to do it.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about that too. Drew Totten.
Yep.
He came in with his autographs and memorabilia. I remember Al Skidmore, who was here quite a bit. I don't know if Al is still around.
Oh yeah, he is.
Okay, well, I could see Al standing up in the stairwell or the stairway, looking down, thinking, "Oh God!" I said, "Al looks so excited." So, anyways, we got Al to come down. He looked at the stuff, and he was so excited to see it. But it was wonderful. And he has this business where he sells memorabilia and autographs. It's called Drew Totten
Autographs.
Just that's it, right? Yeah, Drew Totten Autographs. He's on the board now, and here at Cat TV. That was a fun show. He brought in photos, but he also brought in a baseball. I think that was the one that really got Al's attention.
You're right.
I can't remember what team it was.
A Mickey Mantle ball.
It was a big deal.
Yeah.
Whatever it was, probably a Yankees. I don't know for sure. Another thing that's happened since the 5 years that we started doing this, or 4.5 years ago, I have become a coach jock. I watch the Patriots.
Oh, really?
I watch the Bruins.
Because of the show?
I watch the Red Sox. I don't know. And tennis.
Oh, there you go.
I was always watching tennis. Now, like tonight, I can't wait. There's a Red Sox game. They've been doing terrible, too. Oh,
last year, though, was pretty awesome.
Oh, man, they had a great year last year. But,
what was that, 17-inning game that went to,
Oh, Lordy. And then
3 in the morning
they just came back from London. They lost to England, or to the Yankees over there. But, oh, well, they'll be okay.
But see, he's following it. That's kind of cool.
Oh, yeah. No, I never thought. I have to watch the Bruins because my niece is a big fan of the Bruins. So I try to watch. I don't watch the whole games, but I'll watch. If there's a commercial during something I'm watching and there's a Bruins game on, I'll go and watch the Bruins for a minute just so I can talk to her afterwards. Yeah. Tom Brady. I know people hate Tom Brady. People hate the Patriots, but big fan of the Patriots. Big fan of the Patriots. How do you feel about the Patriots?
Oh yeah, I like the Patriots.
Okay, boy, people hate them.
Well, I mean, come on, New England, right?
But they hate them with a passion,
Because they win so much.
I know. Well, it's not just that. There's been a lot of things in the past. I read the book From Darkness to Dynasty, and a lot of stuff happened that wasn't their fault. So
Yeah, it's not the player's fault.
I try not to pay attention to any of that stuff. Ellen Vierick. You know, Phil on Cat TV, they had his stories that he told. Wonderful. He was a wonderful storyteller. And when Ellen would come on, she was a wonderful storyteller too. I believe Ellen is 93 now. Mm-hmm. She still goes and shovels out poop at her horse. You know, cleans out the barn and everything. Cool. I mean, she is incredible at 93. Still driving. It's amazing. She just, God, if I can get to be 93 and still be that active, I will be very, very happy. But she is a lot of fun to talk to. We had a lot of organizations on, and we also had a wonderful show on Alzheimer's.
Yeah, one of the earliest shows. Yeah,
it was really, really interesting. Yeah, we had a lot of shows that were, everything wasn't always fun and games and all that. We did do some serious business too. I should be able to think of other ones at the moment, but I know like organizations. I know we had the North Shaft Lions on.
Yeah, the Coalition for the Homeless, right?
Right. Yeah, we've had. Yeah, we did. We've had. I don't know. It's amazing. In the time that we've
Bennington
had
Museum.
Here. Bennington Museum. Mm-hmm. Another thing, I have the dollhouse.
Oh, with Jackie.
Yeah, with Jackie Marrow and Helen Green.
Yep.
The name, but there's what's the name? It's called the Dollhouse and Toy Museum of Vermont. It's just around the corner over on Union Street. They came on
right near Ramontos.
Yeah, right behind. Well, like
you could have a pizza, a pint, and
they
check
like
out
right
the museum.
behind Ramontos. Yeah. I'm sure she'd love to have you come in with pizza in there. Some of her nice antiques that are in there, but whatever. That was an interesting show. I think the show was called Treasured Memories.
Yes.
And they had brought stuff with them that they were talking about, not just that belonged to the dollhouse, but some of their own memories. That was a good show too. I always had loved, God, I don't know how many times I had Eric Peterson on.
Probably at
Chris
least 4 or 5,
Decker.
right?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Usually for each season and other things. Chris Decker has been in a lot. Mm-hmm. I think one of my favorite shows, we had to put 2 big tables together for the My Fair Lady cast. And I think there was like 8 of them.
Center.
Yeah, I think there were like 8 of them agreed to come. And I remember I had put a whole pile of Broadway musical CDs on the table. And some of them said, "Oh my God, I've never heard this musical. Can I borrow this? Can I take?" So it was really nice. But I loved having all of them on. It was a real treat. And of course, CDC has been here.
Yep.
Never got Tim in here. Tim Foley, who has retired. I didn't get to his reception, his party, same day as the Pride Parade. Sorry, Tim, but you'll be hearing from me. Well, of course, Monty at the Union, they're a drama department. We're going to talk about CDC a little bit later, too, when we talk more to this guy here. This is being taped on July 3rd. Last weekend was the Pride Parade here in Bennington.
The first ever, yeah.
First ever. And I was shocked at how well, I mean, I thought, oh God, I just hope it goes all right. I hope there's no problems. I hope people show up. People showed up. It was amazing.
Yeah, it was like, what, maybe a mile long?
I don't know how long, but they came from the Bennington Museum. I think they came to the Bennington Museum and then right straight down, and then they crossed at the Four Corners there.
And then hooked back around.
Into the old depot.
Yeah.
But yes, and the day, the ongoing activities, everything, Lisa Carton and her group should be applauded as hard as you can for what they got together. It was amazing. It was a wonderful...
A smooth event, too, yeah.
Oh, as far as I know, it was very smooth. I mean, I don't know. I haven't heard any of the behind-the-scenes stories, but I haven't heard anything bad. So I hope everything went just fine.
And I imagine it would become, if it's the first ever, that implies hopefully there would be one next year too, right?
Oh, I would think, after this wonderful success. Now, one of the people that was in the parade was Brad Peacock. If you remember, Brad was running for state senator a couple years ago, and running against Bernie. And I believe he came in third. And he was very happy with that result. Whether he's going to run again, Ryan asked me before the show, is he going to run again? I have no idea. But he has been at Clearbrook Farms for 15 years. As I said, he ran for state senate. Mm-hmm. And he is married to a wonderful poet by the name of James Cruz. Has a wonderful book of poetry called Telling My Father.
Yeah, published recently, right?
And I know when it came out, I bought like 15 copies of it, handed it out to people because I thought it was so good.
That's cool.
But anyways, Brad and James walked in the parade. And the day after, Brad had written a column for the Bennington Banner. And I know he won't mind me reading this. He said, the meaning of Bennington's Pride Parade. If I can believe it, guys, 5 years ago, I wouldn't have been doing this. I would not have had this in my hand.
Yeah, when we started the show, that was true. You didn't use email or anything.
No,
now
nothing,
look at him.
Nothing. My husband and I attended Bennington's first ever Pride Parade on Saturday, and I'm so proud of my community. None of this would have been possible without the vision and dedication of Lisa Carton, Queer Connect, and the Legion of Volunteers who made the parade a resounding success. I don't know Lisa. Do you know Lisa Carton?
I've met Lisa, but I don't know her well.
I haven't even met her. I think I know who she was. I saw her running around that day. Hundreds of people showed up to march, and many more lined the streets of downtown, cheering, supporting one another in a scene that was truly inspiring to see, a memory that will last my entire life. I would like to give thanks to all the allies who showed up Saturday, many who have stood by the LGBTQ community and fought at our sides for many years to make our communities, state, and country a more open, loving, and equal place. Pride is not all about being part of the LGBTQ family. It is about celebrating diversity within our communities. Mm-hmm. It is about showing those still struggling with their identities that you can live out and proud, and it is about celebrating all of us who have stood shoulder to shoulder for equality. Pride is about honoring and giving thanks to all those we have lost, who paved the way for us to be marching together and recognizing one another for exactly who we are and who we love. It has been 50 years since the Stonewall riots, an act of bravery that many believe was the beginning of the modern gay rights movement. We have come a long way since, and yes, there are obstacles to overcome. There are still barriers to break down, but I know in my heart that united together as we were on the streets of Bennington this past weekend, it is only a matter of time before we reach full equality. Please have faith that by teaching our children that compassion is patriotic, and by our example of leading with love and kindness, we will show our future generations that anything is possible when we grow, celebrate, and move forward together. Take a bow, Bennington. The way we showed up this weekend will help save lives. And you know,
True, yeah.
I gotta believe that. I gotta believe that if people really saw that. I'm so proud of Brad. I mean, the fact that he did run for state senate, one of the most gripping and personal shows that I had here on Cat TV was when Brad came on. And at that point, I didn't know Brad. I'd read something that he had written that was in the Manchester Journal. I don't know how I got a hold of it. Oh, that's right,
yeah.
And I thought, God, he sounds really interesting. I got to talk to this guy. So he came on to do the show. Turns out he is a really, really nice guy. And he talked about his life very openly. Mm-hmm. He talked about growing up very poor. He talked about the struggle, being gay. He talked about going into the army, yep, being dismissed because they found out he was gay. He comes home. He's so depressed. He even said he was suicidal. I mean, he told all of this story. He was, I don't know. I was there and he was here. Mm-hmm. And I was so touched by this story that I don't know if I put my hand on his or he put his hand on mine, but I looked at the camera and I said, folks, I'm gay. I'm going to be saying something here. I hope that my friends will be as understanding as yours were, because I'm going to publicly say I am gay. I didn't know if this would happen today or not, but because of this young man, I am going to sit here and tell the public and my friends who are listening that I am gay. It's the first time I said it to the public. I had a lot of friends that knew it. My wife knew it. But he just made me feel that day that I got to stop hiding. I mean, I'm not going to, years ago if somebody had asked me, are you gay? I would have said yes, but nobody ever asked. In fact, Grace and I, Will and Grace, we were the original Will and Grace. Somebody said we should have taken out a copyright. We could have sued Will and Grace. Could have sued Will and Grace. So, yeah. And I've continued, he and James have continued to be good friends. I am so impressed with both of them. And it's been wonderful getting to know them. But I guess finally, I don't know, maybe before I go into my last spiel here, I know we still have time, I've been doing a lot of talking. Maybe you'd like to say something about the 5 years or memories or something that comes to your mind.
Yeah, I'm actually, currently I'm making sure I have all my files backed up and I'm making sure everything's organized, because we've produced at least 51 one-hour episodes over the course of 4 years, because the past year or so we haven't really produced any, I think.
Right, not much this past year. No.
Yeah, and then so maybe a couple the year before. Yeah. But yeah, 50 plus 1 hour episodes, and I'm trying to make sure I have all of them saved. Maybe not the footage anymore, but the finished shows I have. And it's been cool really going through.
That's like 3.5 years, actually. When you take out that I did very little.
At least a dozen a year.
The last year and a half, so yeah.
And sometimes more. And I'm reviewing all these episodes, and it's bringing back so many memories of all the cool guests, the cool conversations, the great stories.
Yeah.
It's been cool, because I think this has been one of my favorite shows, maybe one of my 2 favorite shows. The other one's cooking, because
of course,
I get to eat
with
after.
Scuttle.
But out of all the shows I've produced at Cat TV, thousands of videos.
I know you have.
In 6 years here, I think doing this show has been my favorite.
Yeah. So mine too.
Yeah.
I know. I'm telling you, it's been a delight. We're going to talk more about what he's going to be doing because he is going to be leaving, unfortunately. But we'll talk about that a little more. I don't know if you had anything more you wanted to share before I start.
I think it's cool though, because not only through Cat TV but also through your show, I've been able to get to know the community better and the community members. So it's been really interesting meeting people and being more or less part of their stories as they share with you, but I feel like they're sharing it with me too, as a viewer and as someone that's in the booth directing the show.
Right. Yeah, Ryan might not be sitting here, but he's right up there, not too far away, paying attention to what's going on down here. He's not up there reading, comic books and everything. Because he's up there making sure everything is going properly.
Yeah, it's been a cool way to get to know the community and really I've really developed a high level of respect for other people, their stories, their personal lives, what they're willing to share. And also for Willy too, who's been really cool. Like I say it all the time still, that you're really I think skilled, and you might not realize it, that even as a host, even when you're just talking to people, I think you have a way of communicating with people and connecting.
Yeah, I know even people when I was at WWPTN, people would say at the end of it, "Oh my God, I was dreading that. You made it so easy for me to talk to you." And I thought, well, that's what I want. I want people to feel comfortable.
A lot of people say they don't, when they hear it's a 1 hour show, they're like,
they panic.
What? You mean I have to talk for an hour? But out of all these episodes, I've never heard of anyone who didn't say at the end,
So usually,
wow, that went by really
yeah,
fast.
that
or,
wasn't so
was
bad
easy."
after all. Yeah, yeah. So no, I'm very proud of that. That's
cool.
That makes me feel good. That makes me feel good. Ryan. A few things before we talk about him leaving here. Now, where did I have this written down?
I see my name over here. I don't know.
No, that's something else. Let's see. What was I going to say before I went into all of this? Well, I don't know. I thought I wanted to. Oh Lord. Oh, I know. You have been very involved with Puerto Rico, with the terrible devastation. You went down there. You filmed. You made a wonderful documentary. It has won a couple of awards. It has been shown, I believe, twice here in Bennington. And if no one had a chance to see it, it was so well done. It wasn't just Ryan. He can tell us more about who was involved, but it was so moving. I mean, the stories, the people that they got to know. I mean, you talk about getting to know people here. You got to know some of these people who went through hell. And just tell us a little bit about the making of it and how you felt.
Yeah, so it's actually been going on, my involvement in the project has been going on for over a year and a half.
Right.
I mean, the storm, we're coming up on the 2-year anniversary of Hurricane Maria. It has almost taken over my life in a positive way, because even when I'm not working on the piece, I'm thinking about it and communicating with people in Puerto Rico. So in terms of behind the scenes, though, we really, Jim Goodine planned the trip. He asked me to join, and he didn't have a set vision for what he wanted, just that he wanted someone there to capture it on video, so he asked me to go.
Right.
And the result was this feature-length documentary, as Willy mentioned, talking about the stories people went through. I mean, I met a 5-year-old boy who... His name is Carlos.
God! Oh, the kid! I love
really
that
cool kid. Yeah, he was just like such a personality. Go ahead.
I know you built him a little
a tree house.
Tree house. Oh God, that was so sweet. Oh my God, that was a nice thing. You had students with you too.
Yeah. From the Career Development Center, we had 5 students the first year, including 1 video student, and they were building. Even the video student was helping clean up and build and paint and everything. And the students, mostly 17 years old, jumped right in and played a huge role in building a house or rebuilding a house for a family of 2, like 2 families in one home. And it's just unbelievable the stories people told, what they've experienced. Their roof being ripped off from their house and smashing into another house.
You see this all the time around in the U.S. too, all of these terrible storms going through.
Yeah, and Carlos experienced that. Now he has nightmares. He talks about a monster that he tries to protect his family from with his little sword.
Yeah.
The monster's name is Maria. So he
of course.
Yeah, like that's just like this dark moment, but he's standing strong. Now he's 6. He's just one of the many great people we met in Puerto Rico.
And of course, the government failed you a little bit when you got there, right? You didn't have everything you needed.
Yeah, for at least half of our trip, we had no building materials that were supposed to be provided by FEMA.
Right.
They just were not there. And the tools that had been already purchased, the tools that were purchased for us, power tools, were not released because they were not made in America. So these tools sat on the shelf. Who knows if they're still there or if someone put them in the trunk of their car or what.
Jeez.
But these tools were not given to us, but they were designated for our project. So who knows what the fate of those tools are. They're great tools, but because they're not made in America, we're not allowed to use them. So we went out and bought the same tools with our own money at Home Depot, but we didn't have that in the budget. So it's just crazy.
Was there a Home Depot in Puerto Rico?
Yeah.
Oh,
yep.
Isn't that funny? And that was a stupid question, but.
And there's a Kmart. I don't think they have a Walmart nearby. They have a Kmart though.
Of course,
I think it's still there.
Okay, well that's good that they weren't hurt. Okay.
Yeah. You could go right to. There's like a Walgreens not too far. Some things we can't find, like Red Bull or something. You can't really easily get. But you can go to Walmart, Walgreens, McDonald's, any of that. Yeah.
while you were there, were you able to get a good night's sleep, or did what was going on really?
Yeah, so the first,
Keep
I've been
eating.
twice now. I just returned in April. I was there for 2 weeks. I actually, the second trip, the more recent trip, I slept like straight through the night. But on a military cot, it's basically just, there's no padding whatsoever. It's just fabric, like canvas material
Yeah.
on a wood frame.
Right.
The first year, though, I woke up halfway through the night, every single night for a week, with either a sore back or a sore shoulder or something, and then I would turn to my other side and sleep the rest of the night.
Right.
But I woke up at 5 a.m. every day, so at least I was able to get out of that bed.
And you're expecting to do another documentary, right?
Yeah.
That's what you're working on.
Yep, exactly. So that's it's going to be shorter, but I think that'll make it easier to show it to people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And one show that we did do, folks, together, you came on and talked about, you brought all your instrument and all this stuff, a lot of stuff. I have no idea now. I had no idea then what he was talking about. I have no memory of it now, except I know, wow, this is pretty, to me, very involved.
Yeah, we
Because
showed
everything
the production taking place
Right.
while we were
doing the show. I
We
thought
had
that
cameras
was,
behind the scenes pointing at the cameras with another camera and everything.
yeah, no, that was really interesting. Oh, the two awards you told me today,
Yeah.
the Adirondack Film Festival. Well, no, I don't know if it's an award, but your documentary
they
is going to be
selected it,
shown
exactly.
there. Do you know how many have been selected to go there?
I believe 120 out of just under 2,000, and they chose just over 100, so like 110 or 20.
God, that's
so
great.
pretty decent. I think it'll be screened multiple times in the Adirondacks in multiple theaters for 3 days.
Oh.
Over the course of 3 days. I think it'll be shown at least 3 times, but I could be wrong.
And you said October.
Yes, October maybe like 7th through 11th,
No,
or
are you
7th
gonna-
through 10th, or
Are you
something
going to
like
be
that.
able to attend one of the,
Yeah.
at least one of the screenings?
This film festival is great. They actually are putting me up in a hotel.
Oh,
and,
very nice.
They host events, dinners, parties, like networking events, and screenings. Lots of really cool stuff. So it's an awesome group.
So you won't be sleeping on a cot.
Exactly.
That'll be nice.
Thank God.
That would be very nice.
I mean, I could if I needed to, but
Yeah. And you said, and the other thing, there was an award though. You said it was a Southern Shorts Award.
yeah. So
Meaning
in
in the
Roswell,
southern states, or
yeah, in Roswell, Georgia, right near Atlanta, 20 miles or something from Atlanta. The film was awarded with Award of Excellence for Best Documentary in the festival, and then they awarded me with an Award of Excellence for Achievement in Directing. So for directing the piece, and then a separate award for the piece itself.
Oh wow.
So they award. It's a really cool concept because a lot of film festivals are like Sundance and others. I'll say it. They're not really filmmaker friendly. They're corporation friendly.
Yeah.
They're really big about money,
yeah.
famous names and labels.
Oh yeah.
Whereas this festival is all about the people who break their backs producing movies and put their blood, sweat, and tears into
Right.
it. So they award the filmmakers, actors, camera operators, editors, anything, even the musicians behind a movie or costume or makeup people. They get recognized, which is really rare.
Right.
Even though they're super skilled.
Right.
And then they also look at the movie itself. So the people that do the work, so even if the movie wasn't great, but the actors are good, they can still get awards. But the movie itself also did receive an award, which I thought was I was surprised and really excited.
Yeah, oh, that's great. I bet Natalie Portman's been to
Yeah,
to
probably Sundance.
yeah, that's what I mean. I bet she's been to Sundance.
I bet, yeah.
Yeah, he well, I don't know. You were a big fan of Natalie Portman.
She's pretty cool.
I would suspect you still are. However, now he has a beautiful girlfriend named Tori, who is home from school. Actually, she's done now with school,
Yeah,
right?
she just received her master's
Yeah.
in public health.
Yeah, good for her.
Yeah.
Because I did not want to forget. I wanted to thank you for guiding me through these 5 years. Ryan's assistance has been invaluable. He showed me so much about, not so much about the equipment, but how to be prepared. Oh God, we always had trouble with the to the microphone. I always pinned it on wrong. But he is really, he has been a wonderful, he's become a wonderful friend, a wonderful assistant, and I have to thank him so much. But now he's on to new, and I hope for you, greener pastures.
Thank you.
You're headed to the CDC.
Yeah.
Now, what will your job there be?
So
I guess we still got time, right?
Yeah, we still got time. You mentioned Mr. Foley or Tim Foley.
Right.
So he is officially retired.
Right.
And so he taught theater and video.
Right.
John Lamson is taking over theater.
John, I don't know them.
So he is currently teaching law. But now he's teaching law and theater.
Oh.
So video production has become a full-time class rather than half-time.
Yeah. That's
so
wonderful.
I'll be teaching the video production class at the CDC. So there will be various levels: video 1, video 2.
Right.
There will be I'll create an intro course as well. So even people who are not interested in video production will learn about multimedia. So I plan to bring in audio. Tim Foley did audio as well, but I plan to look at other forms of media in addition to video. So including television, podcasts, potentially radio, and some things that will really allow students to find out what they like,
right.
And then they can choose to take classes in those areas, and those classes will be provided.
And will you be able to bring I know you've worked a lot at the middle school. Mm-hmm. Will you be able to bring them into...
Yeah, those students
into their studio there.
I think so, and they. So I have brought those students, middle school students, to Cat TV,
right.
which is still certainly an option for them to be here. But also I believe they probably could go to the CDC as well, and a lot of them may choose to take video production at the CDC. So it's important that they see through Mosaic, which is an awesome after-school program. All the things that they can do, or some of the many things they could choose to do, and then when they get to the CDC, they can explore those things further.
Lesson plans. You're going to have to do lesson plans, right?
So I will be doing all that. Yep. Maybe I could ask you for help.
Listen, lesson plans.
Plans.
As long as, I think Tim and Eric, when they were there, they could shut the door and nobody bothered them. That was one of the things I always felt as a teacher. If they would just leave me alone, let me go in the room. A lot of you have no idea what you're talking about. Just let me be in my classroom. Please just be in my classroom. Be with the kids. Although I have to admit that quite often I didn't always follow curriculum as close as I should have, but I'm sort of happy that I didn't.
Yeah, there's a lot of flexibility, and especially in technical fields, because there's a lot of trust on the instructors to teach the industry. So I'll even be focusing on distribution, potentially funding for projects, but really, things that students could benefit from is learning about things like YouTube, live streaming, television, even how national productions go from an idea to a show that they can watch on television. Students learning about those concepts, even just a little bit, will allow them to understand all the career choices within those fields, which is, it's vast.
Are you afraid there's going to be some students there who are going to be so freaking smart about technology?
That's actually
that could be a good thing.
Oh yeah, I mean I'm sure that'll happen. But the good thing is those students can probably lead. I mean, because they've been using computers and smartphones since they were kids, whereas I had to learn it after not knowing anything about this stuff. I think that'll be cool, because then some of those students will have the opportunity to work with others, and some students don't have that. They don't think that way, or that might not be their focus. So they might make a good team, for example.
Oh yeah, helping out other, so you'll sort of have some aides in the room.
Potentially.
I don't know how many Tim used to have in just the video.
I think it could range from a handful to maybe as many as 17 or 18.
Yeah, they used to have quite a few in the theater. I don't know about the...
And that was essentially the intro course. Because for every law enforcement, building trades, auto, all of those courses typically have an intro course, which is like an elective.
Right.
So someone from the high school can take that without choosing to go into video or whatever the field is. But Tim didn't have an intro to video because he had an intro to theater.
Right.
So I'll have an intro to multimedia or video production. And when I create that course, that will give everyone a chance who wants to take it, the opportunity to explore those things so that they can either choose to do it or just dabble a little bit and learn,
Do you know a lot of the people who are already on the faculty at CDC?
Yeah, I know several. And through the Puerto Rico project, I've met others as well.
Right.
In 2 trips to Puerto Rico, I've met several teachers and the administration too. So it's been really cool getting to know people, and one of my really good friends' fathers has been a teacher at the CDC for 25 plus years. Tom, do you know Tom Haskins?
Yeah. Oh my God, yes. I had both of his kids in school.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
I've seen pictures of you and Jared.
Oh yeah.
Having a good time.
Probably riding on BMX bikes or.
Really good time.
Oh, on Facebook, the party pictures.
Yeah.
We were 21. It's okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, 21. I plead. Yeah. Tom, I love Tommy Haskins. That's my garage. That's where I go get my gas.
Oh, sweet.
I go there to get my gas all the time. And there's a very nice gentleman working there now named David, who pumps gas.
I know
but
David,
he's also a Spanish teacher.
That's not the David I was thinking of.
I think it's I think it's the St. Francis.
Yeah, Sacred Heart.
Sacred Heart, right.
Nice.
Remember the 2 churches together. Yeah, he's very nice. It's nice if you know some people as you're going into. Have you had a meet? No, you probably want to have a meeting till the first day of school or whatever.
Yeah, I'll start.
Or do you have to go in early? And
I don't have to.
You don't have to.
I will be preparing the room, but I won't be. I'm not required to attend any meetings or anything like that until 2 days before school starts.
I know Tim used to have a lot of movie posters up.
Yeah, some of them are still up, and some are not.
Okay.
Some students
I'm assuming you
well.
have movie posters.
I do. Yeah.
Okay.
Some probably won't be hung at this classroom, but
okay.
I think some I might bring.
Oh, okay.
I could bring like Ninja Turtles or something.
Yeah. Okay. I don't think you're gonna bring the picture of Natalie Portman.
No, that should stay behind.
The poster that
someone would steal it.
Yeah, I gave him a poster of Natalie Portman, and I guess I also gave you an 8x10.
Yeah, framed.
Yeah, okay.
A really nice frame. Yeah.
Right. Well, I don't know. It's been a really good time. I know there have the last couple years. As I said at the beginning of the show, in August 2017, I ended up in the hospital with sepsis, and I was in the hospital for a week, and then I went to CLR for a month in rehab, and then I went to Friends to recuperate for a month. And I still, after all that, I still wasn't feeling great. And then May 12th, I was told I had a mild congestive heart failure. So I've been working hard to lose weight, to stay away from salt, stay away from. Reading labels is driving me freaking crazy, trying to figure out what I can eat, what I can't eat.
Are you looking for certain ingredients?
Yeah, well, I'm supposed to stay away from salt for sure, as little as possible. Potassium. I was on Lasix for a while for water retention to get the water out of my system. They took me off of that because my potassium shot up. And I guess they said, you don't eat bananas yet. I said, oh God, yes, I've been eating bananas like crazy. I thought they were good for me. No, stop eating.
Oh jeez.
Stop eating the bananas. It's just.
Move to apples, I guess.
No, I'm fine with apples. Did you see that thing on Facebook about cherries?
What was it?
The guy opened up a couple cherries and there were maggots inside.
Oh no. I guess
I have a friend who says no more cherries. I said I ain't afraid of them.
I think the thing is, just think of like an apple that's growing on a tree. Because Rory's from Michigan, that's one of the cherry epicenters of the country, or maybe the world. Near Traverse City in Michigan, there are cherries growing everywhere.
Well, they're supposed to be so good for you.
Yeah,
I
think so. In terms of bugs, though, honestly, it's a natural product. Yeah. Just like broccoli and everything else is famous for having critters in it. But, it happens. I garden a lot at home.
Yeah,
so
I know. You have a lot of fish.
I get used. I don't really ever find bugs in my food. But my point is, when I'm in the garden, they're all over the place. I just had a spider in my hair the other day. There's a lot of room for it to get stuck.
Ugly ones?
It wasn't very nice. It
Yeah,
was.
okay.
It caught me off guard. I'm not a huge fan of spiders,
No, I'm
but
not a few. Yeah, I'm not
I didn't get
either.
any cool web abilities or anything, unfortunately.
I'm sure a lot of people watch Cooking with Scuttle here at Cat TV too. What have been some of your favorite recipes on there?
Besides the pasta, I love
You do
tiramisu.
a lot of desserts.
Yeah, I love tiramisu. That's funny. I was about to mention one. I really love tiramisu. It's one of my favorite desserts. So I made a version of it, Vermont-based or like Vermont-inspired, called apple masu. So I used a dark Vermont beer instead of various versions include like brandy or various alcohols for tiramisu.
Right.
I used a dark Vermont beer, and actually, what did I mix with it? Vermont apple cider.
Oh, I wonder how you sweeten
And
it.
that was how we soaked the cider donuts, locally made cider donuts, rather than ladyfingers. So it was good. And I made mascarpone. I made real custard from scratch, and
See, I'm not eating any of this now.
and then I put apple butter on top as a decoration.
Oh my God.
So homemade from apples that I grew in my own yard, or that nature grew in my yard. I just picked the apples, cooked them down, and so it was a really I'd say it was a really well composed, locally inspired.
Heart attack in a bowl.
I mean, it's a good
wasn't that bad.
breakfast.
All right, no,
I guess with the eggs and stuff, that's
Oh,
probably
the
not
eggs made
super
it
healthy.
okay.
Healthy, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I should eat.
I should have
eggs.
used
I should
maple
drink more
sugar.
water.
If I used maple sugar instead of
God.
another sugar,
Oh my Lord.
that would be. I think that might actually be a new variation.
Well, as usual, I have gone off the trail as I
no
usually
worries.
do. I know we're almost done here, so again, I want to thank you for all the time and all the work that I put you through here, and I really wish you good luck at
Thank you.
CDC and Cat TV. Have lost Beck Glenvay. They've lost you. They're losing Alex. It's kind of a skeleton crew here at the moment, but they're going to be looking for people. So, if you're looking for a part-time job and you're interested in technology and stuff, Cat TV might be
true.
the place for you to get in touch and see
Yeah.
if you might be able to help.
And there's also room for people to come in and produce their own shows.
Right.
Plenty. So
Right. As I said, I don't know about the future of your friends and neighbors, but we'll see what happens as time goes on. So thank you, my friend.
you.
And
You're
you
welcome,
take
and
care.
thank
You take care.
I've had
We're
a really
both
good time.
Got sweaty palms.
That's right.
Okay, well, everybody, thank you for all the time that you have spent with me here at your friends and neighbors. As I said, I don't know. We may continue doing these shows off and on. It's fun. I enjoy doing it. I was sitting in bed or sleeping, getting ready to go to sleep last night. I'm thinking, okay, I could get this person to come on. I got to get Chris Bates on again and give him some trouble. I got to get him on. Oh yeah, I could get. Oh yeah. So there's still people I'm thinking I'd like to either talk to again or have new adventures with. So thank you. Take care and good luck to everybody. And Ryan, good luck.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
I appreciate it.
Bye.
This time of day, everything's okay. I take a long look around, I have to say.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Petey Fisk, and I'm speaking to you for the Greater Tuna Humane Society in Tuna, Texas.
How do you do?
Hi. Listen, I work for the Humane Society down there, and, well, I just thought maybe I could stop in here, you'd show me around, and I could see what you guys are doing up here. Maybe I could take some ideas back to Texas with me.
Well, that would be wonderful. I'd be happy to show you around and maybe give you a shelter tour.
Oh, good. And you got ducks?
No ducks today.
You don't, oh, you know, we got lots of ducks down there.
We've seen some ducks, but we generally don't see them very often.
Oh, they don't bring ducks here? Don't you ever get any ducks? No?
Geese. We've seen geese. A couple of ducks.
Oh,
Mostly
no
cats
ducks.
and dogs.
You got dogs and cats though.
Mostly dogs and cats.
Boy, so you think I could see your dogs and cats?
Yeah, I'd be happy to show them to you.
Oh, that'd be great.
All right, well, come
Well,
on
can
in.
we do it now?
Come on in.